If you're over 60, I'm willing to bet you've got at least 3 to 5 jars, just like this one sitting in your bathroom cabinet right now. One promises to erase your wrinkles, another one claims it'll brighten your skin, and this one right here says it'll give you the complexion of a 30-year-old. So let me ask you something, and be honest with yourself. How long have you been using these? A year, 3 years, maybe 5, and has your skin actually changed? If the answer is no, then you found the right video. Because today, I'm going to tell you something that nobody in the beauty industry wants you to hear. Most anti-aging creams on the market do not address the real problem with aging skin after 60. And it's not because you picked the wrong brand, it's not because you didn't spend enough money, it's because you've been treating the symptom, when the root cause of what's happening to your skin is deep inside your body. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why topical collagen creams don't work the way you think they do. I'll show you the 2 organs inside your body that actually determine whether your skin looks old or young. And then I'll give you a simple 3-step protocol you can start at home today. No Botox, no expensive serums, no gimmicks. Make sure you stick around for the food list near the end. I'll give you 10 specific foods that help your skin from the inside out, and 5 things you need to stop eating as soon as possible. Before I start, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment right now and tell me, how many skincare products do you currently use every day? 1, 3, 7? I'm genuinely curious. Alright, let's get into it. To understand why your anti-wrinkle cream isn't working, you need to understand a little bit of basic biology. Your skin is made up of several layers. The outermost layer, called the stratum corneum, works like a brick wall. Its entire job is to keep things out. Now, here's the problem. The collagen molecules in many creams are enormous, around 300,000 Daltons. To put that in perspective, imagine trying to push a basketball through the eye of a needle. It's just not going to happen. So when you apply that expensive collagen cream, what actually happens? The collagen molecules sit on the surface of your skin. They combine with the silicones and fillers in the formula to create a thin film. You touch your face and it feels tighter. It feels smoother. But the moment you wash your face, that film goes right down the drain and your skin is exactly where it was before. Now, I want to be fair here. Not all collagen creams are useless. Some modern formulations use hydrolyzed collagen. The collagen has been broken down into much smaller peptides, around 2,000 to 5,000 Daltons, and those can partially penetrate the skin. But even then, they're not solving the underlying problem, because after 60, your body has changed from the inside. Research shows that after age 30, your body loses roughly 1% of its skin collagen every single year. But after menopause, especially for women, that number accelerates dramatically. Up to 30% of skin collagen can be lost in just the first 5 years after menopause. That's not a typo. 30% in 5 years, and that's why so many women in their late 50s and 60s feel like their skin aged overnight. Now here's the question that should bother you. If collagen creams can't fix this, then what is the beauty industry actually selling us, and why do we keep buying it? The answer is simple. We've been taught that skin problems live on the skin, but in reality, your skin is just a mirror, reflecting what's happening inside your body. And I'm about to show you exactly what that mirror is reflecting. Let me ask you this, and I'd love to see your answers in the comments. When you notice your skin looking dull or dry, what's the first thing you do? Do you reach for a cream, or do you think about what you ate this week? Be honest. Okay, let's talk about what's actually going on beneath the surface. The 2 most important organs that determine what your skin looks like are not your skin. They're your liver and your gut. I know that sounds strange, but this isn't folk medicine. This is published science. Let's start with the first one, the liver-skin axis. Your liver is the largest detoxification factory in your body. Every single day, it processes thousands of substances, from food to medication to environmental chemicals. After age 60, liver function naturally declines. It slows down and becomes less efficient. When your liver gets overloaded from too much refined sugar, too much alcohol, too much processed food, or too many medications, the toxins it can't process start accumulating in your bloodstream, and your skin, the largest organ in your body, becomes a secondary exit route. The result? Dull, sallow skin, rashes that come and go for no obvious reason, and accelerated aging. Now, let's talk about age spots, those brown patches that a lot of people worry about. Age spots are primarily caused by an accumulation of melanin in areas of skin that have been exposed to UV light over many years. However, research shows that systemic oxidative stress, including from a compromised liver, can speed up this process significantly. In other words, a struggling liver doesn't directly create age spots, but it makes them show up faster and in greater numbers. Now, the second connection, the gut-skin axis. This isn't some fringe theory. It has an official name in the scientific literature, the gut-skin axis. A comprehensive review published in 2018 in Frontiers in Microbiology found that when your gut microbiome is out of balance, meaning the bad bacteria are overpowering the good, the lining of your intestine becomes permeable. This is sometimes called leaky gut. When that happens, bacterial toxins called LPS, lipopolysaccharides, leak through the intestinal wall into your bloodstream. This triggers systemic inflammation throughout your entire body, and that inflammation shows up on your skin as dryness, eczema, redness, and, most importantly, accelerated collagen breakdown from the inside. You can apply as much cream as you want on the outside, but if there's a fire burning on the inside, the outside will never look healthy. Here's my personal take on this. When you notice a new age spot, or your skin suddenly feels drier and rougher than usual, don't rush to the pharmacy for another cream. Stop and ask yourself, what have I been eating lately? How's my digestion been? Am I bloated? Am I sleeping well? Those questions will tell you more about your skin than any mirror ever could. I want to tell you about Margaret. Margaret is someone I know. She's 68 years old, retired teacher, lives on her own. Margaret has always taken pride in her skincare routine. Every single night, she'd go through 7 steps: makeup remover, cleanser, toner, vitamin C serum, eye cream, moisturizer, and a sleeping mask. Her monthly skincare budget was somewhere around $150 to $200. But she kept telling me the same thing. I do everything right and my skin is still dry, still rough, and these dark spots just keep multiplying. She also mentioned, almost as an afterthought, that she'd been feeling bloated after meals, sleeping poorly, and getting these random red patches on her neck that she couldn't explain. So I asked her what she ate on a typical day. Breakfast, white toast with butter and jam. Lunch, a sandwich with deli meat and a soda. Afternoon, a cookie or two with her coffee. Dinner, usually something quick, canned soup, maybe pasta, barely any vegetables, almost no fish, and she had a serious sweet tooth. I would try 2 or 3 pieces of candy every single day. I said, Margaret, try something for me. For 3 weeks, just 3 weeks, cut the sugar way down, add more vegetables and fish, start your morning with a cup of bone broth, and drop a few steps from your skincare routine. She looked at me like I was crazy, but she agreed to try. 3 weeks later, Margaret called me, and I could hear it in her voice. She was surprised. She said, something's different. My skin doesn't feel like sandpaper anymore. It actually feels softer. And you know what else? I'm sleeping through the night for the first time in months, and the bloating is almost gone. Margaret didn't change a single cream. She didn't buy a single new product. She changed what she was putting inside her body, and her skin, that mirror I keep talking about, reflected the change. Now, I want to be clear. This is Margaret's personal experience, not a clinical trial. Everyone's body is different, and your results may vary, but it tells us something important about the direction we should be looking. Quick question for you. I really want to hear about this in the comments. Have you ever noticed a connection between what you eat and how your skin looks or feels? Maybe after a holiday where you ate a lot of sugar, or after a week of really clean eating. Tell me about it below. Brigaten dir, we dinduri, undead comment. Alright, before I give you the 3-step protocol, there's one more mechanism you absolutely need to understand. Because if you don't understand this, you'll never change your eating habits. It's called glycation. Here's the simplest way I can explain it. Imagine you're heating sugar in a pan. The sugar melts, turns brown, and gets sticky. It bonds to the surface of the pan and you can barely scrape it off. That exact same process is happening inside your body every time you eat too much sugar. When your blood sugar is consistently high, sugar molecules latch onto your collagen and elastin fibers, the proteins that keep your skin firm and elastic. This bonding process creates substances called AGs, advanced glycation, end products. And AGs do exactly what the name implies. They age you. They turn your collagen, which should be soft, flexible, and springy, into something stiff, brittle, and fragile. The result is deeper wrinkles, sagging skin, and a loss of elasticity that no cream on earth can reverse from the outside. A study published in Dermatoendocrinology in 2012 confirmed that glycation is one of the most significant mechanisms of skin aging. And it's directly accelerated by a diet high in refined sugar. I'll say this as plainly as I can. If you're spending $50 a month on anti-wrinkle cream but eating candy and cookies every day, you're pouring water into a bucket with a hole in the bottom. The cream works on the surface, the sugar destroys from within, and the sugar will always win. Now, this next part is the most important section of the entire video. If you remember only one thing from today, make it this. Based on everything I've just shared with you, the liver-skin axis, the gut-skin axis, and glycation, here is a simple 3-step root cause skincare protocol that you can start today. Step 1. Reduce the burden. Remove the 3 biggest collagen destroyers from your life. First, refined sugar. I'm not saying you can never eat anything sweet again. I'm saying cut the refined sugar. Candy, cookies, pastries, soda, sweetened coffee drinks. Whole fruit is still fine because the fiber slows down sugar absorption. Second, highly processed seed oils. Soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, especially when heated to high temperatures, create inflammatory compounds that damage collagen. Replace them with olive oil for cold dishes and salads, and butter, coconut oil, or avocado oil for cooking. Third, ultra-processed food. Deli meats, hot dogs, canned soups, frozen dinners, instant noodles. These are loaded with hidden sugars, sodium, synthetic preservatives, and refined oils. Every single one of those ingredients promotes systemic inflammation. And inflammation is the enemy of healthy skin. Step 2. Heal from within. Support your liver and repair your gut. For your liver, eat foods with natural bitter compounds, artichokes, dandelion greens, arugula, grapefruit. Bitter flavors stimulate bile production, which helps your liver process and eliminate toxins more efficiently, and drink enough water. This sounds so basic that most people ignore it, but after 60 your sense of thirst diminishes. Many older adults are chronically dehydrated without even knowing it. Sometimes dry skin is simply a sign that you're not drinking enough water. For your gut, eat naturally fermented foods, sauerkraut, kimchi, plain, unsweetened yogurt, kefir. These are natural sources of probiotics, the beneficial bacteria your gut needs to function properly. Also, bone broth. Chicken or beef bones simmered for 4 to 6 hours with a splash of apple cider vinegar. Bone broth contains gelatin and amino acids like glycine and proline that support the intestinal lining. This isn't some trendy wellness fad. Your grandparents were doing this long before it had a fancy name. And eat plenty of fiber from vegetables, leafy greens, broccoli, asparagus, sweet potatoes. Fiber is the food that your good gut bacteria need to thrive. Step 3. Give your body the real building blocks. Here's what a lot of people get wrong. Your body doesn't need you to apply collagen to your skin. Your body needs you to provide the raw materials so it can manufacture its own collagen. What are those raw materials? First, high-quality protein, specifically the amino acids glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. The best sources? Bone broth. There it is again. Fish with the skin on. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, chicken with the skin, eggs. Second, hydrolyzed collagen supplements. This is collagen that's been broken down into small peptides that your body can actually absorb and use. A dose of 2.5 to 10 grams per day has been shown to work. A meta-analysis published in 2019 in the journal Nutrients, reviewing 11 studies, with a total of 805 participants, concluded that hydrolyzed collagen supplementation significantly improved skin elasticity and hydration after 4 to 12 weeks of consistent use. That's real data from real studies. Third, vitamin C from whole foods. Vitamin C is the essential cofactor your body needs to synthesize collagen. Without adequate vitamin C, it doesn't matter how much collagen you consume, your body can't assemble it properly. Great sources include bell peppers, kiwi, strawberries, oranges, broccoli, and, this one surprises a lot of people, a single guava contains 4 times more vitamin C than an orange. And one more thing. If you can, try to get outside for a gentle 15 to 20-minute walk in the early morning, before 8 a.m. The morning sunlight doesn't just help your body produce vitamin D, which is also critical for skin health, it also regulates your circadian rhythm, which helps you sleep more deeply at night. And deep sleep is when your body does the majority of its skin repair and regeneration. Growth hormone, one of the key drivers of cellular renewal, is released primarily during deep sleep. Less sleep means less repair. It's that simple. I know a lot of you love having a concrete list you can print out and stick on your fridge, so here it is. 10 best foods for your skin after 60. Number 1. Bone broth, natural source of gelatin, glycine, and proline. Number 2. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, rich in omega-3s that fight inflammation. Number 3. Eggs, complete protein with biotin which supports skin structure. Number 4. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, arugula, packed with antioxidants and liver-supporting compounds. Number 5. Bell peppers, one of the highest vitamin C foods available. Number 6. Broccoli, contains sulforaphane, a compound that supports liver detoxification. Number 7. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, loaded with antioxidants that neutralize free radicals. Number 8. Fermented foods, sauerkraut, plain yogurt, kefir, natural probiotics for gut health. Number 9. Olive oil and avocado, healthy fats that protect cell membranes and support the skin's natural moisture barrier. Number 10. Green tea, rich in polyphenols, one of the most studied antioxidants for skin health. Now the 5 things you should minimize or avoid entirely. Number 1. Refined sugar. Causes glycation, destroys collagen from the inside. Number 2. Reused deep frying oil, generates inflammatory compounds and ages. Number 3. Ultra-processed foods, deli meats, instant noodles, canned meals, loaded with hidden sugar, sodium, and inflammatory oils. Number 4. Alcohol, burdens the liver, dehydrates the body, and dries out the skin. Number 5. Foods deep-fried at high temperatures, creates acrylamide, and ages, both of which accelerate skin aging. And there's one habit I want to add to this list, even though it's not a food. Sleep. Get 7 to 8 hours every single night. I already explained why. Growth hormone, cellular repair, collagen regeneration. It all happens during deep sleep. Chronic sleep deprivation is one of the fastest ways to age your skin, and no cream in the world can compensate for it. Now I want to hear from you again. Look at that list of 10 foods and tell me in the comments, how many of them are you already eating regularly, and which one are you going to add to your routine starting this week? I'm genuinely curious, and I'll try to reply to as many comments as I can. I want to leave you with a thought. We live in a culture that tells us aging is bad, that wrinkles are failure, that you need to spend money to fight against time itself. I disagree. Aging gracefully doesn't mean having no wrinkles. Aging gracefully means having skin that's healthy, skin that has moisture, elasticity, and vitality, because the body underneath it is being properly nourished and cared for. You don't need to fight against your age. You just need to give your body what it actually needs: real food, adequate sleep, clean water, and stop giving it the things that are tearing it down. If this video was helpful to you, I'd love it if you'd share it with someone you care about who's over 60, a parent, a grandparent, a friend. This kind of information is too important to keep to yourself. And if you want me to go deeper, for example, a step-by-step guide to making the perfect bone broth for skin health, or a full 7-day meal plan designed specifically for aging skin, leave a comment below and just say, I want to know more. If enough of you ask, I'll make it the very next video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Next week, I'm going to talk about something I've gotten a lot of questions about, the warning signs your skin is showing you about your heart health, and why most people completely ignore them. Thank you for your time today. I genuinely appreciate you being here. Take care of yourself, from the inside out.